to the people of Limpopo for attending and enabling the first Digital Transformation Summit. The main objective of this summit is to bring the ICT sector to Limpopo and to create a digital marketplace.
She was here as Public Works MEC, as Waterberg Mayor. She knows this province through and through, and then she said, now I'm Deputy Minister in National. I'm ready to help you with those skills. I brought MICT SETA, I brought Microsoft to help you to draft those skills. Let's work. I think Marine is helping us to do that, to unite this province, to say, let's build a better Limpopo.
This summit must look at some of the things that must assist Limpopo to move faster and smarter without duplicating on certain things. If you look at the strength of provinces, we must look at 4IR, but look at niche opportunities. Niche. Let's talk about the tangibles, the quick wins, the things that we can do to make government smart. Let's develop technology that can assist us so that our agriculture no longer becomes seasonal, but it becomes something throughout the year, and people don't lose jobs for 6 months and then they come again harvest time and so on. Those are the kind that the 4IR in Limpopo must talk to. Drive an agenda of putting South Africa and Africa on the map. Thank you very much.
MICT SETA is here to provide the future skills. He's sitting somewhere with money. Do come and tell the SMMEs, the corporates which are here, how you can help them to skill this province to what the minister wants.
You've just been told I've got money. That's very lukewarm response from you. I would have expected a much more vibrant than that. I was just listening to some of the great stories of how far the MICT SETA program reaches out to the far rural areas of our country. And I was quite impressed with some of the success stories of the people that have been employed through our programs. If you look at the setup of the economy of Limpopo, there's a lot of importing finished products, exporting primary goods. A setup for failure. Now, if we want to innovate and make sure that we also export finished products, particularly in the tech space, we need to start diving into research. As MICT, we will be very happy to engage and even choose topics that will take advantage of your natural advantage as a province. What are your core strengths? What are your core strengths as a province? And let's build skills around that area. We need to look at problematic areas or districts of Limpopo. Mopani district, negative economic growth. Sekukune, negative economic growth. Vembe, negative economic growth. Why is that the case? As a SETA, I would be very interested to meet the representatives of these 3 districts and say, how do we help you turn your economy around through skills? 19th of October this year, we will be submitting to the Quality Council for all our qualifications to be approved so that you, as SMMEs in Limpopo, you can apply for accreditation and we'll give you the material for free. And we would like Limpopo training providers, young and aspiring, existing, to please apply so that we can contribute to the transformation of this industry. To be able to innovate in any situation, you need to understand the current processes, understand the blockages, understand what makes those processes inefficient, expensive, and very poor in terms of service delivery. Out of that, then you can be able to come up with recommendations how to improve the process, and that's where innovation comes in. So if you want to grow the economy, all you need is new value creation, and that comes from innovation, because permanent jobs out of that will be put into the market. Getting 100% placement for all the learners that we train is tough. But for me, that is what I aspire. And also to have seen new ventures being created. You know, not everybody wants to become a worker. Some people want to start their own businesses. For me, I would like to see those businesses. In 10 years' time, when I drive around Limpopo, I want to see tall skyscrapers built by the people that we train.
As you know, 4IR is something that we are not going to be able to avoid. As such, we have to. It's just something that people need to embrace and say, how do we become part of? And to say, where do we plug in 4IR in agriculture? Plowing, monitoring your plows and all those things. To say, technology helps you to make sure that you get the most out of what you have. We need to reach as many people as possible, and the rural is one of the priorities. Hence, we have a standing digital strategy, which we from time to time test ourselves as to how much are we reaching by going back and saying, what are the numbers that are we achieving in this space?
Country is reasonably in a intermediate position. I'll start comparing it with SADC countries. So South Africa is one of the first to have a 4IR commission. We are leading in Africa. We do lead in the health facility capacity, meaning that the scientists and also just in the science and technology also. From the BRICS context, we are reasonably the last. All those countries in the BRICS, they formed, all of them, they have their own ministers of AI, and they've formed separate new departments that can deal with 4IR. But I suppose we're catching up, and eventually we're going to be in the same level with them. But in the world, in comparison, I think we're doing okay. We're not that bad because we are tailing behind our first world countries when it comes to 4IR.
It takes a multi-stakeholder approach, and from platforms like this, we are basically saying private sector, which are the likes of the Microsofts, come on board. Public sector, the likes of the Centex, come on board. We're basically saying MICT SETA, come on board.
Everybody's talking smart city. We have a term we call a smart village. We believe a lot of commercial activities are happening in the village. In the village, you find all professions. Number one to us, you find a police officer, teacher, nurse, you can name them. And we have identified 7 government institutions that are in a village. You'll find that there's a post office, a school, a clinic, a police station, a library.
How are we able to marshal the players in the sector to come and support the province? The 4IR is here with us. What are the things that enable us to play and become a game changer in the 4IR era? We're saying an African child cannot be left behind. Innovation, innovation, innovation. And I think with the kind of training that MICT SETA is bringing, that our universities are bringing, and the TVET colleges are bringing, we will be able to respond to these opportunities that play themselves out.